What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am feeling so much better. I had a sinus infection, as y'all can hear in some of my previous videos. I still got a little bit of it, but at least I can talk to you guys with a clear passage. I'm feeling a lot better. So today, y'all know I don't do long intros, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the content. And today, what we're gonna be talking about is, before I get started, I'm sorry. Me and my husband are releasing a podcast titled Sincerely Carson. So this platform will change to Sincerely Carson. So when you see that change, it's still me, it's still my content, but I'm giving y'all a little 2-for-1. My husband is so inspirational, so motivational, and I know that he won't post the content on his own. He's too busy. And so I am going to take charge and turn my individual platform into a platform for both of us, so you can see both sides of me, because my man is definitely my other half. So if you get a vibe from me in my singularity, please understand that when he joins my platform or our platform, you will see 100% authenticity from me and who I am and what I represent. So look forward to that. This will be changing to Sincerely the Carsons, and we'll have a whole new platform, a whole new setup, and it will be fabulous. Can't wait for you guys to see it. We are working diligently to get it done, and we are gonna be shooting our first episode really soon. So we're excited. But until then, you just have me, and today the content is all about duality. I had lunch with my homegirl and we were talking about this, and I thought that this was such a great topic. For me, y'all know Jex is in the bag. Y'all know my son is in the bag, so don't start asking, who's that in the bag? That's my son, and he's loud. Right. You're so loud. You are. Okay, so what do I mean by duality? I think life, as you become an adult, becomes very black and white. I think that when you decide to, for one, have children, get married, do grown folk stuff, and you know what that grown folk stuff is. When you start making those decisions and then life is not just about you singularly, I think duality, or the option to do this and that, like split yourself, multitask, do life in two ways, becomes a lot less optional for you. For me, I used to practice duality all the time. I used to feel like when I first had Journey, it was like, okay, what can I do to be able to go to the club? Who can I leave her with so I can go get my me time? Who can I do this with so that I can do that? Where can I do this? Like, I still wanted to club. What does it mean to be a mom who drinks, a mom who smokes, a mom who still dresses very sexy? And I'm not telling you you can't dress sexy. I'm not telling you you can't drink. I'm not telling you you can't smoke. That's not my place to tell you. What I'm telling you is, when you do decide to have children and have a family, you do have to ask yourself, what is the foundation I'm going to be building for my children, and what is it that I want to represent for them? And if you don't have children yet, or you're still trying to figure out if you want to get married, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, this content is not for you, because you still are figuring out what it is you want to do, and you're still trying to figure out what it means for you to exist in this world in whatever way, shape, or form you're deciding. For the mothers, for the wives, for you, it's time to make some choices. It's time to ask yourself, when is enough enough? When have I had enough alcohol? When have I had enough fun, sneaky linking, clubbing, drinking? Because this is the question that it always comes down to. When I'm doing this, where are my children? And it's like, well, they with their grandparents, they would here, they there, they this. But would it be more sufficient for them to be with you? And if the answer is yes, you have to ask yourself, is the action you're taking more important than your children? because it's always going to be better for your children to be with their parents. And it's like, well, my kids go to school, or my kids do this. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the necessities of where your kids go when you're at work, or when your kids go because all kids have to go to school. No, I'm talking about in the free time that you have, are you pushing your children off to someone else so that you can live in duality? So you can have 50%. I'm half the time I'm clubbing, half the time I'm Thai. I'm a hot girl. I'm outside. I'm drunk. I'm high. I'm lit. I'm the life of the party. And half the time I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm this. I'm that. And a lot of people are claiming that you can do both. A lot of people are claiming that you don't have to lose yourself to motherhood. You don't have to lose yourself in blah, 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 blah. Cut it. I'm sorry. Please, let's be real here. For the women who have children, you know that it's a full-time job. For the women who are married, you know that that's a job within itself too. And it does not mean that you can't have fun. It doesn't mean that you can't have yourself and what makes you happy. But those things have to start aligning with the life that you created for yourself. Those things have to be examples for your children. Those things have to be coinciding with the wants of your spouse. I don't care what he wants. I don't care what he wants. Calm down, Sheila. Calm down, Rebecca. We are not trying to box here. We're not trying to get into it. I'm merely stating that when your family life and your personal me time contradicts, are you two people, or how does that work? Because when I did it, I was genuinely two people. When I first got into my relationship, when I first had a child, because y'all know I had a baby before I got married, I was still at the club accepting drinks from men. Not understanding, oh, no, you're in a relationship. I wasn't engaged or married yet, and I had just had Journey, but you're in a relationship. You can't be, and you're a mother who's trying to be a wife, who's trying to get married. Why are you still at the club accepting drinks from men? What you think they buying you a drink for? Just because it's so much fun to spend money on you getting drunk? No. They have an expectation of you. And when you accept that drink, whether you're gonna do it, I mean, they can't force you to do anything, but when you accept that drink, it's an innuendo to what it is that you're down for. And it's disrespectful. Same thing with my husband. Anything that he was doing that wasn't respectful towards me, those microaggressions that we always talk about. And even though this isn't racism, it's still a microaggression towards your spouse. I didn't technically, when you start to say technically, I didn't. I mean, honestly, I just was, no. When you have to explain it that way and it can't be fully, communicated as to what your intention was and what you did and what the purpose of you doing those things were, and it's always some type of roundabout explanation on it could be misinterpreted if you thought about it like this. No. You have to choose. You have to now sit down with yourself and say, I'm somebody's mother. I reflect my husband. I reflect my wife. I would never want to embarrass them. I would never want to hurt them. I would never want to make them feel small. I would never want to have to answer for this to my child. I would never want Journey to ask me, Mom, when you were younger, did you do that? Or why did you do this? Or why did you do that? And there's already some things that she can ask me about now that I regret. And it's like, never live with regrets. No, I wish I would have left my mother's home and went straight to my husband's home and nothing between. Truthfully. I mean, I could sit here and make this content for you guys now because of the bad decisions I made. Especially if young women are watching me, this is your wake-up call to not make the same decisions I made. Don't. People can come on here and be perfect and tell you how perfect it was when they left their home and met their husband and fell in love. And for those women, God's favor was on your life. I'm jealous. But I'm also very proud of my testimony that even though I made so many mistakes, God really kept his hand on my life, and God really allowed me to see both worlds. And ultimately the choice of what life I wanted to live was mine, truthfully. Because for women, again, I'm happy for y'all that went straight from home to husband and no damage and trauma between. I'm very happy for y'all. But for y'all, I've seen a lot of you always say, I never got to live. And it's like, baby, if you knew what living was, you never want to do it. You never want to do it. You never want to sit here and be having to smile in a dude's face while you half drunk just because he bought you a drink. Or be so drunk to get in a car with somebody that you barely know. Like the dumb decisions that I'm gonna have to tell my daughter, never make these decisions, please. Never make these decisions. The protection and provision of my husband is all I need. Truthfully, all I need. And I wish that's all I experienced, because I wouldn't have had so much healing to do, so much trauma to heal from, so many things to mourn when it came to letting those things go, leaving that world behind. So if you are a new mother, or if you have 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, I'm not here to judge you, but I am here to tell you that mamas, it is time to grow up. It's time to make those hard decisions. It's time to cut off those people who encourage your bad behavior. It's time to leave people behind who are not willing to help you or to allow you to grow. And when I say grow, I mean when I first decided that I wasn't going to be the girl dancing on the bar, when I decided that I was going to cover up a little bit more. See, Lord's still working on me with my modesty, because I do like a little something. But I am always respectful to my man. I get real sexy when it comes to going out with my man. But sometimes I'll be like, Ty, that's too much. The Lord's still working on me. Trust me, this channel is not, me and God is like this. And he be convicting me every day, but my convictions are mine. My convictions are mine, and they are things that I'm working through, things that I'm learning, things that I'm growing through. So I'm not here to preach to you. Truthfully, I'm here to testify that if a screw up like me can end up sitting her butt down, working my hardest to be a good mother, and working my hardest to be a great wife, great mother, great wife, you ain't nowhere near as messed up as I was. So if I could do it, girl, I'm excited to see your elevation. I'm excited to see how far you go when you finally decide that you've had enough of things that aren't serving you. Casamigos ain't serving you. It's actually ruining you. Your face is drooping. Your body hurt in the morning. You sick. Your pee stink. Yes, you girl. Your pee stink. Casamigos make your pee stink. I'm just here to tell you, from a woman who glows in motherhood. All these women talk about how much they hate it, how much it's how horrible it is, and how they wish they never did it. If I didn't have my children, I don't know where I would be. I'm not gonna claim that I would be somewhere bad, because your word is strong. Oh, Just 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes. I'm gonna just close this out. 2 more minutes. If I didn't have my kids, I don't know where I would be. If my husband hadn't been there for me, I don't know where I would be. And I don't care where I would be because I'm happy for where I am. So I just leave y'all with that. I hope that resonated with some of y'all. I can't get all of them, y'all. Everybody ain't gonna like it. But for y'all who enjoyed it, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Support the channel. And and stay tuned for me and my husband's new podcast, Sincerely the Carsons. We are so excited to share things we've learned in our new marriage and through having children young, marrying young. I mean, we ain't that young, but and being successful at it, thriving in marriage, thriving in parenthood instead of just surviving. I'll see y'all in the next one.